I'm live streaming. Hi, Tyler.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
I thought my family was calling.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Okay. If you're hearing noise in the background, it's my air conditioner. It's such a hot day. So, apologies for that. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you for the support. Oh my god.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Okay. Oh wait, let me turn the music down because I can barely hear myself. I think that's good. Wait, never mind. Hopefully that works. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I'm guessing I'm supposed to go downstairs. Okay, there. Hopefully that's better. Oh, God, I wish this game had instructions. God, I wish I was paying attention. I forgot what the character said.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Interesting. Am I supposed to be looking for something? I don't know. God. This better not take too long. Where did I come? I think I came out of here. No. I think I'm back in there. So, I'm gonna find another way, or am I supposed to look for something? Because I have no idea.
Stream element spot running elements okay.
Edie's father Odin
Keep
built
up
the
the good
original
work.
house.
thanks, and I will. Let me turn that off. I forgot about the speaking thing. Thank you for the support. I love the support. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. God. I'm just gonna look around because I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. I'm just gonna go back to where I went because it's not telling me what I'm supposed to do, and there's nothing else. So I came out of here. I thought the game froze for a minute, and I can't go back there. Okay then.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Oh. Okay. Come on, can this game give me instructions? Because I was not paying attention to what the character was saying. Oh.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
I really thought that was something important, but I guess not.
Only one restaurant would deliver to our house. We had Chinese a lot.
Who wouldn't love Chinese food? It's great. So, oh my god, this game.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house after it sank.
A house sank. That's not normal. It's in the title what the game is. It's an interesting game. But I'll download any game that's free, so wait, I'm doing something right now. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know I could zoom in like that. Wait, what's this?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
This is pretty sad, honestly. I'm just gonna pull up my phone. Oh my god, come on. What am I supposed to do? Don't go in there. I think I was supposed to, I don't know if I can, unless I jump out of the window, or unless this opens. Nope. Wait. Can I go back in there, or no? Oh, yes I can. I didn't know that. Okay, I'm in the room.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
I wish I had a room like this. Sort of. Is that cake or pizza? Where's that? Okay, here it is.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Comic.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
What the fuck?
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now
Okay,
that was a great scream.
Yeah, that was a scream.
Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was canceled.
Okay, I'm
then.
hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
That's very clever.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
So...
She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
They're really playing the Michael Myers theme? Oh my god. But another creepy vibe.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
It's supposed to be a rip-off of Michael Myers, or I don't know. Well, there's blood. Unless that's paint. That's paint. Or blood. I can't tell. Oh.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
What the fuck? A Hookman? I heard that before. I just don't know. Oh my god, there better not be a jump scare.
Rattled and grew still.
Yep, jump scare.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm
Hey,
furious.
Corey.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
Well,
She threw
damn.
him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah!
Okay then.
I'm coming up. But if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
And she's supposed to be 16, but she doesn't really look 16. She looks like she's in her early 20s or 18. But they claim she's 6. Okay then. Okay then. Oh my god.
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police described the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh my lord.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's got to be another way out of here.
Oh my god, this is scary, especially with Michael Myers music.
Beautifully.
Oh my god, I don't know what to do. This is even scary because of Michael Myers music. What am I supposed to do?
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Take that! Bitch. You die.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to go downstairs. Oh my god. This is gonna turn out bad. This is gonna turn out very bad. Oh
The
my.
hook man had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Ding dong. Perfect timing. And that's strange that he got away that quickly without making any noise. Oh my god, okay!
dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but here Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they've ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Okay.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Well, not really happy ending. I know, it was nasty, very nasty. It wasn't even that scary. I thought lightning would happen when he started laughing or something, but okay. Back in the hole. Oh my god, my stomach is hurting right now. I don't know why. Probably because I didn't eat
I guess
breakfast.
now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Oh, I guess I'll go back here. I don't know why, but every time when I look down, I think my kid is pregnant, and she's 17. That could be me. I don't know. That's just me. But okay. Can't go anywhere else because all the rooms are locked up. So I guess I'm going downstairs. Oh, wait. I think I know what to do. I think I know. I swear to God, Corey. Well, she's 17, so... There we go. I guess the story is true, in a way. I really thought the game froze again. Why are there so many, baby strollers? Thank you, Adam. I appreciate the support. Okay.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Tetanus shot? I don't even know what that is.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
No, I thought she was talking about the story.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
That's what I was thinking, because I never heard of that.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
What a strange refrigerator. Wait,
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Creepy vibes. Creepy.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Has everyone died in
If there's a
this
pattern
family?
in all these stories.
That's a lot of grape. What's this? Pea soup? Ew.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Another story. Let's jump right into it.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
I love peaches. I wouldn't mind eating this all day.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
How does that keep you from losing your
Having
mind?
a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Peaches again. Great. I love peaches. I don't really mind eating this all day because it's very tasty and healthy for you.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stop.
2005, what was I doing that year? I don't know, kid stuff.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Another secret room. Oh, creepy.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara. And Molly. And Calvin.
Sledgehammer.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
I have no choice. Oh, God, so dark. Oh.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I'm ready for
I'm
it.
going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
That sounds so depressing.
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Uh-oh. Oh my God. That was so sad. Rest in peace, Walter.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Family secrets.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
I can't stop. Oh my God, I can't stop thinking about that. Okay, let's go down there. Hopefully. Let's just hope that won't happen again. Because I don't know if the character's pregnant or not, but to me, she looks pregnant. Okay.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like
I'll have to go down here again, guys. I'm sorry.
But if she
So
never
sorry.
told me about an uncle under the house,
That's pretty
I
creepy.
can only imagine what else she was hiding.
It's just like having a stalker inside your house without you knowing. What? Oh, hell nah. That's a peanut butter and jelly. I love peanut butter and jelly.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Okay, let's go.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
So freaking dark. Okay, we're in the row.
Now that there's
Trap.
only one of us left. Or maybe 2.
Oh, so I was right. Oh, you can't see it.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else.
No, yeah, this is very scary.
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Another, I guess this is his grave or something. Wait, is that a cross? Oh yeah, it is a cross, I didn't notice. Okay, I guess we're going on to the beach.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Yeah, that's my mom's phone. Okay, I'm in my mom's room because she's the only one with the AC and it's too freaking hot to be in my room. So you hear my mom in the background.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with
deal
me.
with it. Yeah, that's weird. Power still works. I'm not even gonna question that.
But I thought you should know about your family.
Oh, so I was right. She is pregnant. Okay then, and she's 17. Okay.
And the history you're a part of.
Oh my, that's so sad.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
She's such a sweet new mom.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Okay, where are you getting that? Where are you getting a name from? I guess I go up here. How long have I been streaming? 14 minutes. Oh my god, stomach ache.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
I don't know why I should be the one talking, because this whole thing is being narrated, so there's no time to talk. Only to see for yourself. Because I might have to be silent once my mom gets back in the room, because she doesn't know I'm live streaming. And I don't want to feel awkward.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Death. Life and death.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
What?
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Just like the movie.
3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Lucy, Daisy, that's a lot. Man, that's a lot of dead people.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Oh.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea.
Well,
my mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Like I was saying, it's still beautiful.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Okay.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
It doesn't even look like a house. It looks like a, I don't know, like a ship. Okay, back out.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
It really be like that.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Sam Finch, Gus Finch, Gregory Finch. More graves. Milton Finch.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Oh my god, this is sad and it's sad
so many
to me.
Things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. for me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
It's a treehouse.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
I was right. Okay. Oh my god, it's so freaking dark. Oh wait, there's a ladder right here.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Nature?
They were both pretty intense.
Intense, you say?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are going to last a lifetime. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
I love taking pictures.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though. Aw.
Oh my god. Okay, take a picture, take a picture.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I definitely... Hey!
That's a keeper.
Nothing quite like being outside. I'm just saying, I'm not always going to be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was going to be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Don! I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad! Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me. Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it. After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Watching's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. It reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it.
Great imagination is the best. Wait. Oh my god.
I wish he could have told
There.
us about the world he saw.
About time.
Hey, there's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything.
I don't know how to control this. Wait. Oh,
know what happened wasn't your fault.
It was an accident.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too.
In his
Good luck,
imagination.
Kat. Love, Sam.
Another family member. Gotta find out a lot of stuff.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea.
I love that name. Gus.
Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I
now
remembered.
pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Fuck you.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
And party.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power, but all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
A bad choice. Karma.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus. My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Going through the window again, okay. Save me. Oh my god, my mom. What a great house.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush. I was 4 when Milton disappeared. Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Oh, wrong way. Sorry, I was eating my breakfast. Almost choked a little.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Weed. Don't do drugs, people. Oh, where is it? Dawn Finch.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Louis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Louis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
Alright. Thanks for watching, though. I appreciate it.
wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth, He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for radiant rainbows. He followed the sound of her silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
It's like he's watching himself. That's odd. Unless he's dreaming or something, unless he's...
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him. His queen waited, holding his crown.
Sacrifice.
There was only one thing left to do.
Well, you don't get crowned king like that. So, sacrifice or guilt.
Bend down his head.
Oh God, this is not good.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him. Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Nobody is perfect in video games, but you have to never give up. Well, not reach quit, but it's hard sometimes. But hard work will pay off.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
To avoid the past.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
It is.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Time to write, I'm guessing.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
I hate when parents argue. Well, especially family argue.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Oh, it's just Story Factory. I mean, Stream Elements. Oh my god, I can't even see. Oh.
Or that Edie had a key to it.
Okay. Some kind of library.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
Family.
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Okay.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
It's so hard to see with no light.
I turned around.
I bump into something.
I started seeing things.
A deer. In the middle of the tide.
things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Ever existed?
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Your house sunk or was wrecked. Old woman.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
Gotta appreciate life. Spend time with those you love, because you never know when they will go. And this game is so freaking good. I just don't... I love it. And I don't know. I decided to share it with you guys because I just
My mom didn't like to talk about it.
I just wanted to have fun and just get back into live streaming because I haven't live streamed in years. But I try my best to entertain because I don't have.
She started getting sick a lot.
I don't have the greatest personality.
The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Looks like it's time to give birth.
This journal was supposed to be for you.
The miracle of life.
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself.
Oh, so sweet.
But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Cause of death? Childbirth.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Well, that's the end of the whole game. And it was a great experience and a good storyline. And it turned out sad, but it's life, you know? Gotta just be happy and enjoy those who are around you, because we don't live long, so you only get one life. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. Thanks for those who are watching. I appreciate it, and taking the time out of your day to watch this, cause I don't know, I just wanted to live stream it, and so I didn't expect to have this long live stream, because usually when I live stream it always crash shit. But glad it went out perfectly. So I plan on live streaming another game, Detroit Become Human, because that's the game I always wanted to play, and PlayStation finally made it free, so I'm going to live stream that whenever, because I don't really have a schedule. I just go live out of randomly. So yeah, but a great game, and I recommend you guys check it out for yourself if you have PlayStation. So yeah, I'm gonna go now, and yeah, thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next stream and the next video.